Hey everybody, it's Rachel. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a meat haul from Aldi. I went to Aldi the Monday before Thanksgiving and I hit a huge 50% off meat haul. I had pork ribs, thin sliced ribeyes, and my favorite, a ton of ground meat. The ground meat was marked 30% off, but the lady at the register gave me 50% off, so that was fun. There was a lot more, and now I wish I had grabbed them all, but here I am beginning to bag up the thin sliced ribeyes. I like these because they cook up quickly and it stops me from eating way too much meat in one sitting. So they're portion controlled. So this is my thin sliced ribeyes. I go ahead and label the bag and I write the date that I froze them. These will go into the freezer for ready meal for the four of us here in our house. Next, I am going to start cooking up some of the ground meat. Like I said, the ground meat was 50% off. Each package was about 1.25 pounds. I'll go ahead and I put 4 pounds in here, 4 packages in here. And I think that was too much. I should have just stuck with 3, but I'm going to go ahead and do 4. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to begin by seasoning them with my frozen onions and bell peppers. I make these myself, or sometimes I buy them pre-frozen. And then here's my garlic. We like garlic in our house. And this is just to season the meat. Whenever I go to cook whatever it is I'm cooking, I will add more seasonings to this. That's just how I cook. Anyway, here's my little masher. I love my masher. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of water to the bottom of the pan and cover it. It helps it cook a little bit faster. But I didn't do that this time. And this is my homemade Cajun seasoning one there. I will share that recipe with you. I've tweaked it over the years. But anyway, and here I am adding the 4th spoon, thinking about 5th, but deciding not to because I know I will reseason again when I do cook whatever it is I'm cooking with this later on. So again, mashing it up and then stirring it. I know I'm using a wooden spoon. I know people are going to say things, but this wooden spoon is used only for cooking meat. And I do go ahead and soak it in a little bit of vinegar. And sometimes I will spray a bleach spray on it just to kind of clean it up. But that's all it's used for. Anyway, so I'm putting it in this pan so it can cool down. And I don't drain it because I'm actually about to cook 2 more pounds in the same pan. So I just leave the juices in there. It wasn't a lot. It was a 95/15 ground beef, so there wasn't a whole lot of fat left. But I'm just putting it in here. Over the years, I've just loved getting these meat clearance deals. It's how I was able to stock my freezer and feed 3 teenagers at once when we lived on our farm. And when my kids were in sports, it just really helped to have this meat pre-cooked. I could actually just take a package of pre-cooked ground meat, throw it in my slow cooker with all the fixings for chili. And when we got home, we had chili that had been essentially simmering all day in the slow cooker. So this is just a method that I've been doing since my kids were itty bitty and I homeschooled. And again, when I was homeschooling, it was nice to be able to just break open a pack of meat and have a quick meal. You know, when you cook spaghetti, by the time your spaghetti sauce is warmed up and your pasta's cooked, you have a meal. And so it really doesn't take that long. So anyway, so just getting the last bits out here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put it aside. And then I'm going to add the other 2 packages that I have left. Again, like I said, I should have done 3 at a time. It would have been a lot easier. Not as much meat to put in the pot. So here they are going into the pot, and then I'm going to go ahead and season them again. This time I just took out a scoop of onions and bell peppers and stuff, and again with the homemade seasoning, and then a little bit more garlic. I should have a little bit more garlic. Nope, I did put garlic in it, trust me. Okay, so here's my meat. It's been cooling off. Since I cooked 4 packages, I'm going to go ahead and just get 4 Ziploc bags and fill those up. That'll just be for one recipe. 1.25 pounds is perfect for the 4 of us adults to eat a meal, and then for my husband to have leftovers. And depending on what I make, sometimes Tori and I can have lunch the next day too. So, or we can eat actually leftovers, all 4 of us. It just depends on what recipe I'm cooking. So I'm measuring, using my 1 cup measuring cup just to kind of make it easy to make sure that each package gets the same amount. I am making a mess. My kitchen was an absolute mess when I when I was through with this. I ended up buying 17 pounds of ground beef that day. I don't remember how many packages it was, but it was ended up, I added it up, ended up being 17 pounds. And in the end, I ended up getting 7 bags of ground beef ready for meals. Here I was deciding, should I do a 5th bag or should I just go ahead and do all the rest of them? And I just decided to do the rest. And here it is. This is how I package it up. I lay it flat when I freeze it so that it thaws out easier. Okay, so here I am making my meatloaf, and you can see I already made some, but anyway, here it is. I'm just going to add the meatloaf to the thing. Again, I'm going to season it with my onions and bell peppers and garlic and my homemade Cajun seasoning. I don't know where I'm going right now. I just kind of left y'all, didn't I? Look at me. I disappeared. Oh, I know what I did. I went to turn the oven off. Anyway, turn the oven on. So anyway, here it is. Garlic, a little bit of homemade Cajun seasoning in there. No, I lie, y'all. No, I lied to y'all. I'm making meatballs right now. Nope, meatloaf. It is meatloaf. Okay, back to the meatloaf. Anyway, I'm crumbling up some bread, and here is the bread that's going to go in there, and I just crumble it. I don't do anything special with it. Adding a little bit of ketchup, some Worcestershire sauce. My meatloaf, I make it different every time I make it. I went ahead and I put it in the KitchenAid, mixed it up for a while, and then I got these little tins, little loaf tins at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just lining them with parchment and spraying them. And in the end, I ended up getting 3 meatloaves. So for those of you that do not know, my son and his wife and baby live with us. They have a 7-month-old daughter, and my daughter-in-law is 6 months pregnant for their second child. So coming soon, we are going to need a lot of quick ways to have meals done because it is going to be all hands on deck come March. So that's one of the reasons why I was so excited to find all this, is that I can start preparing for that time. So anyway, so I ended up getting 3 meatloaves all in all. Here, I'm just packaging it. These were really good containers. If you can find them, get you some. But what I did afterwards is I ended up, after I wrote the name on them, I went ahead and actually stuck it in a gallon-sized freezer bag just for a little extra security. Okay, this is the meatballs. Okay, so you can see I'm sitting there like piling the meat in there, and then right here you're going to see, nope, Rachel decided that was too much meat. So I went ahead and added my onions, my garlic, and my Cajun seasoning. Meatballs, I like having them cooked and frozen and ready to go, because if I want to make spaghetti or a meatball stew or something with meatballs, it's just really, really quick to pull out a bag of frozen meatballs and again, just add it to the slow cooker and, just to have it simmering all day. I do want a good recipe. If anybody knows of one, I want a good recipe for Swedish meatballs. I love Swedish meatballs, but of course it's got pasta and I love anything pasta. But anyway, so here I am. I decided to scoop them all out and then roll them up. And I go ahead and I cook them at 350 for about 20 minutes. I try not to cook them too much because, like I said, I will put them in the slow cooker and they will cook, in there. So I don't want them to be too dry or whatever when all is said and done. But so I don't cook them fully at this point. One of my favorite things to do is actually to take cheese ravioli, throw them in the slow cooker, and then put some meatballs in there. And then I make just my homemade spaghetti sauce. I pour all the ingredients for that in, and it simmers all day. And it's just such a good good meal. I'll put it on low just for all day. And it's so nice, not to have to dirty too many dishes on maybe a really busy day that we might be having. So anyway, so when I baked these, I ended up getting 4 bags of meatballs. Originally, I think I put 15 in there. And then I realized I wasn't going to have enough for a full bag. So I just kind of threw the rest in the other bags, just kind of divided them up. So 4 bags of meatballs, not bad. And here is my roast that I had put in the slow cooker in the morning. I was so glad I did that because at the end of all that cooking was the last thing I wanted to do. And here's my dinner. Y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.